We finally made it to our weekly check-in. Welcome back to Between Sips, where I treat myself to a little drink and go over my week so that I could feel like I have my life together. My throat is feeling a little bit dry today, so let's not waste any time. I honestly picked this place because it's right next to Home Goods and I want to shop around. Today we are trying out Krispy Kreme. I didn't know that it was going to come with like all of the whipped cream and everything, but I don't know, looks pretty good. I also could not resist getting a donut, and she added in, well, actually I got two, but then she added in a third, so I got 3 donuts. Obviously I will try the donut. I really should not. Well, not that I should not be eating it, but my stomach is gonna hurt. All right, let's try the drink. A little mix. She's so cute though. The only thing I don't like is like the ice is already, there's like 2 cubes of ice in it. Ooh. Oh my God. Wait, that's actually good. Ooh. Oh my God. But I don't need the whipped cream. If I get it again, I'd probably ask for it without. Alrighty. So, where the heck have I been? I feel like a recurring theme for these check-ins is that I'm kind of always going through it in some way. And that's kind of how it's been for the past couple weeks. I haven't been doing the check-ins, so it feels like my life hasn't been together. I'm hoping by starting this up again, I can kind of get things back on track. Some updates are I've really just been spending a lot of time in my yard working on my garden. I thought that I wanted to grow vegetables this year, but I don't know. I'm leaning more towards growing flowers for bouquets, so that's what I've planted. I feel like I'm already kind of getting late to the game by starting in like basically June now for vegetables, so I think I'm just gonna stick with flowers. And then something that happened this week that has kind of just, I don't know, this is going to sound dumb, but it's kind of put things into perspective again and made me kind of think about what I want and, what I really want to work towards. My dog, his name was Chip. He would have been 16 in June. He passed away this week, so I don't want to cry, but it has been a little bit difficult to get through that. Like, dude, if he was a human, he'd be driving. So that's kind of crazy. I got him when I was a freshman in high school. And anyways, but that really, I think, has kind of reminded me again to document what's going on in my life and the changes that I'm making and the things that are happening, because I don't want to just let time go by and kind of not really remember what happened. So here I am. Oh my God, my car is getting hot. That my 2 ice cubes are definitely melting. So I'm going to try to remember to drink this while I'm talking. Let's get into where I have been this week specifically. So let's start off with something that I did better this week. I did better this week at waking up early. And early for me is really any time before 8 a.m., even before 9 a.m. is pretty early. But I think the main reason is because I've been trying to wake up and be consistent with the crows in my neighborhood and try to call them every morning at like 6 or 7 a.m. and then put out little peanuts and stuff. I have heard them flying above me, but I haven't seen any activity yet. So fingers crossed they will hear my calls and come and get the peanuts and be my friend. Our yard is kind of exposed to where there's a sidewalk, and like our neighbors can pretty easily see us into my yard. So every morning at like 6 a.m. I have to like do a little scope out to see that nobody's watching me and do my little caw, 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 and then just hope that they come and eat the peanuts. It was on my bingo card to make a crow friend, so hopefully I can do that this summer. And then with waking up early, it's just felt like I've had a little bit more time in my day. I'll be honest, I've still kind of used that time to like scroll on social media or do things on my phone or just kind of like do nothing that's really like benefiting me. And it's not like I need to do something productive, but it's not even benefiting me to where like I'm enjoying it. It's kind of like I'm scrolling or trying to find the next thing to keep me preoccupied, but then I take too much time trying to figure that out that I end up doing nothing. So I do have a goal to try to fix that, but we'll talk about that at the end. And then something that I struggled with this week, obviously, was my dog passing away, but I don't want to talk about that too much. So I guess I will say that the thing I struggled with this week was just really being focused on things. I feel like I was just kind of like wandering around, jumping from little project to the next little project, and I didn't really have a focus on what my goal was for the week or what I wanted to, have done by the end of the week. I definitely noticed that there was like lack of structure. I didn't really, I wasn't really held by any timelines or any restrictions. So I think that kind of contributed to me just like chilling and doing whatever I wanted whenever I wanted. So I think I really just want to work on having more structure, so I'm able to plan out better what I want to accomplish during the week, what I want to do for myself during the week, especially with like self-care. I am really bad with keeping up with taking care of myself unless I'm already like in that routine. So getting started is kind of the hardest part, and I definitely neglected like my skincare and just like taking care of myself. So the biggest thing I need in my life is structure, and I am the only one who can provide that to myself. So we need to get on it. You hear that? There's barely any ice. My boyfriend is the type that will always ask for light ice, but with things like coffee, no, it has to be cold. So let me try to think of a win for this week, because like I said, since there was really no structure, it felt like I didn't really have any goals to have a win towards. But I think I had a couple of wins this morning with the lady giving me the free donut. And then this morning, my neighbor, while I was outside watering the plants, she came outside and she complimented my hair and said how nice the garden looked. So that was just really nice. And then also another lady was walking past our yard last week, and she just like commented on how much work she's seen me and my boyfriend putting into it and how nice it's coming along. And it really is just like, you really never know who's watching you and what kind of impact you're making on their lives. And not like I did anything crazy, but just knowing that people are out there thinking nice things about me, that was really nice. And lastly, my goal for next week is one that I think has been the reason that I haven't been making videos, because I have been avoiding doing this. But I want to do a challenge where I go off of my phone for an entire week. So no social media. It's gonna be hard because like, how do I not go on my phone when I need to get in contact with people? So I think since I do have the Samsung Z Flip, maybe I can just say that I won't open my phone. I'll just keep it closed, because there's really not too much that you can do when it's closed. Like, and I think YouTube is okay because it's like longer form. Staying off of Instagram, staying off of TikTok, and honestly, the Facebook gardening groups also take up a lot of my time. A lot of my thoughts really aren't my own. I wake up and I am immediately go on social media, and I think it really does affect like the way that I think about myself and think about the world. So we shall try 1 week of no social media, no scrolling. So that's my goal for next week. I want to try to do like maybe a vlog about it and check in every day and see how I'm feeling and how it's going. I'm gonna start tomorrow because I already went on my phone today, and even though I'm trying to beat the perfectionism, I feel like I need to start on a fresh day. So I'll give myself today until midnight to be doom scrolling, and then tomorrow we can unrot my brain. So now that I've been through the whole check-in, I feel so much better, and I'm wondering what took me so long to just do this. I think the biggest thing was that I was scared to come back to social media after being gone for like a couple weeks. I don't really know how to explain it. It's like that self-sabotage cycle that I went into in one of my other videos, that it sounds so easy to get out of, but when you're in it, it really, you do feel stuck. So I'm currently in it, but I'm currently in it, but I'm like, it's like you're in quicksand and you're stuck, and I don't even know what I'm saying, honestly. And thank you to all you guys who are keeping up with my videos and maybe who have wondered where I've been. I have not always been the most consistent when it comes to posting on social media, but that's something that I'm really working on this year. So please stick with me. I'm still here. I'm not going to disappear. We're working on it. I am wanting to have more fun with it and put less pressure on myself to like show up perfect or do everything how I think I'm supposed to. So I'm kind of glad that I have this series. It made it a little bit easier to jump back into it and just figure out where I'm at and how I can move forward. I do really want to try the Dutch Bros that just opened up, but the lines I think are still like 2 hours long. So I'm not that dedicated. I'll wait. So thank you for spending some time with me today. I'm really excited to see what will happen between this sip and the next. I'll see you next time. Bye.